Hello all, welcome back to Shave with Peg. I appreciate y'all being here. Do a face and head shave tonight, and we'll see what happens on that. I'm gonna do a pre-1910 shave. How about that? Everything's from before 1910, or was made before 1910. Some of the stuff may not be exactly that old, but you know what I'm saying. All products that would have been made before 1910. First off, for a razor, we have the Burnham. I have to thank Jim Rowe, that's R-O-E. He used this on a video the other day, and I forgot I even had this razor, and no, I haven't used it yet. And I said, okay, let me break that out and use it. So I had to thank him for that. These were patented in July 6, 1909. This is the box. There's directions. You want to pause and read that, you can. Is that clear? All right. Steadies my hands good. So if this box is from 1909, July 6, 1909, when they were patented, it's in pretty good shape. This one also came, if you want to pause and read this, here, I'll do this part. You can pause and read that. Now you can pause and read that. Okay. Came with the instructions on how to load it. Very simple to load. This is the proprietary blade that they came with. This one's dull as hell. And no, that's not writing on there. That's just some kind of pattern, I think, from somebody cleaning or trying to clean it up. But you can see one side's dull and one side has an edge. That's the original blade. We're running a Blue Star blade, a gem Blue Star blade, I should say. In it, they're very easy to load and unload. Just slide this under here. There's no blade stops. Just get it even on both sides. Slide it all the way up, or pull it all the way up. And I went and messed it up. I got it crooked. Okay. They're not hard to load. It's just because I was on camera that it did this. Okay, there it is. And that's second use on that blade. Teeth of it. Yes, if you de-spine that blade would be a little bit more recessed, but you can use it with the spine on it. You know, let me read that. It says made in USA America. USA America. And on the front it says Burnham. So we're going to use that sucker tonight. Wow, it's hot in here. It's been warm today. It got up to 83 today. I know you guys in the snow belt don't want to hear that, but it got up to 83 today. For soap, what other soap was made prior to 1910? There's a few, but the only one I have is a Pucker Williams. I'm using my Victorian era Skuttle. Another one I have. See how narrow that spout is? That's why I'm using a brush. I can't date this brush, but I'm pretty sure it's from prior to 1910. It's brass handled 24mm boar. I don't know what the loft is. It's pretty tall, and of course the Williams on top. So let's get a start on with the shaving. Add some moisture to the face. I'm not squeezing this brush, I just shook it out. And now I'm just going to load it off the top of the puck. This mug is small. This scuttle is small. Okay. I hope I got enough soap on this brush. I should. The fan's gonna have to turn. It's flipping hot in here today. Let's add a little water to it, see if we can get some more out of it. Or if that's gonna be it. No, we're getting a little more. I couldn't find any information of when they stopped producing that razor. Only thing I could find is patent date July 6, 1909. Okay, that's pretty good. And it's a very, very thin handle. Mm-hmm. You run it like a gem. Flat. Or almost flat. I'm thinking if you had a thicker handle on this, you would be tempted to press more and you would end up cutting yourself badly with this thing. Well, at least the head is nice and thin. You can get in those tight spots. Thank you all for your birthday wishes on the last video. Seriously though, guys, I was just trying to forget it. My head says I'm still 35. My body says, oh, no, you're not. Damn. That's pretty close. I was watching Rusty over at the Rusty Razor the other day, and he made mention of the old console TVs. I don't know, some of you guys will remember them, some of you younger guys probably will not. But we used to have TVs that were like a piece of furniture, and the woman of the house usually picked out the TV so it would match her decor and her furniture in the house, as opposed to men. Men pick out TVs now because we go shop and we get the biggest one we can get. Women used to pick them out because they wanted it to match the decor of the house, because it was like a big wooden cabinet and this big tube TV inside it. He was saying his uncle had one, I believe it was his uncle, had one that had a bar in it also, and it was made out of solid oak, and it was heavier than hell. Well, we had one, I don't know what the wood was, I don't remember. We had one, it was a 32-inch TV, which is big back in the day. Now that's the size you have on your table in your bedroom, or your nightstand, or dresser, or whatever. And it also had a record player, phonograph in it, AM FM radio, and an 8-track player. And that thing was heavy as hell. And I'm thinking about, the more I thought about it, it had a small door underneath on the side where the phonograph was, where you could, and it had little slots where you could slide albums in it. And that thing was heavy as hell. That was back in the days when, if you're lucky, you had an antenna on the roof. If not, you had rabbit ears. And you older guys will probably remember rabbit ears, because this is back in the days before remotes were. And when you were a kid, you were the remote. You were the one that had to get up and change the channel. And you usually only had 2 or 3 channels that you could receive. Excuse me. And every time you changed the channel, you had to move the rabbit ears around to get a better reception on that channel. And if you guys remember correctly, sometimes the channel didn't come in clearly enough unless you were holding on to the rabbit ear, one of these. And you always had a big wad of aluminum foil on top of the antenna, sticking up about this much farther over the antenna, what it would normally go, for even better reception. But sometimes, even with that, you didn't, oops, got it backwards. You didn't get a good signal reception unless you were holding onto the antenna. And when Dad wanted to watch TV and the show was on a channel that didn't come in so well, not only were you the channel changer and the remote adjust and the volume adjuster, you were also part of the antenna. And you'd have to stand there holding the antenna so he could watch his show clearly. Excuse me. Froggy in my throat. Alright, this is all I'm gonna do across the grain. How about that? I was gonna say it was smooth, but it's okay. Let's go across the grain and see what happens. Guys, that's a damn good shave. Really is. And the thing is, you can change if you go flat, it's less aggressive. The more you bring it away from your skin, can you see that? I'm tilting it. The more aggressive it makes it. So you can adjust the aggression on the fly while you're shaving and never have to move a dial, a knob, or nothing. Ooh, doggies. What show is that from? That is good. Wow. Fantastic. That sucker's a good shaver right there. Wow. Hell of a shave. Let's see how close it really was. HomeLike Shave alum stick. Out of one on the neck. Neck's always more sensitive. I'm not even getting a tingle on the cheeks. Nothing. It's pretty good. May mean it's not as close as it should be, but it feels that way. This is I don't have anything on the face. There's no stubble at all. It's great. One of the better shaves I've had in a while. Actually. Alright, that's been in there long enough. Especially since I got no feeling on the face. We're good. Let's see if this thing will shave a head. I don't think they ever intended this razor to shave a head back in 1909. So let's see what happens. I'll load the brush up again. Oops, got a lot of water in there. Dump some out. So that you're using it right now. Just tipping it. Got some on the floor. Alright. Just water. And I got a little rub right under my feet anyway, so it's good. God, that boar brush feels so good on the dome. I could do this every day with no soap on it. Just massage the scalp with this brush. It feels so good. Alright, gotta stop. Alright. Back to front is with the grain. Let's see how she goes. Give it a little angle. Wow. I can feel that really, really well. I can feel it working. I can actually feel it working. Can you hear it? Wow. That's incredible. That's a great little razor. I forget what I paid for it. Off eBay, of course. It wasn't that much. Just a nice little collector piece that you can use. I tell you what, guys, be thankful you're into collecting. If you collect razors, be thankful you're into collecting razors over vintage lighters. I saw a video the other day of a guy. This guy had thousands of vintage razors. He had duplicates and triplicates of some, but he had at least 1,200 different kinds of lighters, all different kinds, from like the first ones up to modern day type Zippos type. Other ones you see advertisements now on different places. They got a lighter now. You pull the stick out and it's like a never-ending match. It keeps lighting. He had one of those from the early 1900s, so that's nothing new. It's been around for that long. He had all kinds of different lighters, silver-plated one, display lighters that you would set, that they used to, like in the 50s, 60s, probably 70s too. You would set on your coffee table next to your big fancy ashtray, and if you were really nice, you had a wood box or metal box with cigarettes in it there for when guests came over. That type of thing. And he had all kinds, and some of those were thousands of dollars, and most of them were hundreds of dollars. So yeah, be thankful you only collect razors if you collect razors, because that hobby there would break you in a week. And they all worked. He had fluid in all of them. They all worked. And flints. He had trench lighters from World War I, GI lighters from World War II. He had English, American, French, German, Austrian, and Italian trench lighters from World War I. Those had to be hard to find. those had to be extremely hard to find. Oh, I saw another thing the other day too. Nobody can do this. Nobody. Oh wait, you can try. You cannot touch your palm to your shoulder. You can touch this one, yes, but you cannot touch. There. Go ahead and try. I know you are. Keep trying. Can't do it. I haven't. Supposedly nobody can do it. I haven't checked on people with like very loose joints, which, you know, they call these people double jointed, but they're not really double jointed. They're just loose joints, to see if they can do it. Can't do it, can you? Oh, something funny that came up the other day. I do Walmart delivery because, you know, I'm handicapped. It's just easier. It costs me $100 a year. I get Paramount Plus as part of my package. I get free delivery on my shopping on orders over $35. Under $35, you pay $10. No problem. Most of my orders are over $35 anyways, for my groceries and stuff. But I get it from the superstore right up the street. So I can get, you know, just about anything. And then anything that Walmart sells, unless the manufacturer of that item has a shipping price attached to it, they ship for free if it has to come from somewhere else. They don't carry it in store. It's a good deal for $100 a year. It saves me a lot of aggravation and gas, let me tell you what. But she needed, my fiance needed body wash. So I went on to Walmart, looked up her body wash, added it to my cart for my next order. No big deal, right? Well, every ad I saw for the rest, and I'm still getting them, is for different body washes that pop up on your feed. You know, you're watching a video and all of a sudden you'll get an ad pop up during the video, and most of them are for body washes, different body washes. And it made me think, which is a rarity that I think, but made me think. Shh. I just want to touch this up. Now we've got all kinds of body washes, right? What did we have when we were growing up? We had a bar of soap, right? That same bar of soap that Dad used to wash his nutsack and ass crack with. And we had to use that same bar of soap. Right? How things have changed. Guys, that's freaking smooth. Alum stick again. They may not have ever intended it to shave heads, but man, did it do a good job. Gotta hand it to them back in 1909, huh? They knew what the hell they were doing. I'm getting about a 1 off the back of the head. On the top, nothing. On the sides, nothing. Just in the back, where I went over the channel in the back of my head several times. Excuse me. Dickinson's Witch Hazel. Wow. Yeah, see, these gone. Those are my normal trouble spots. It's just gone. That thing works well. Okay. We're going to go a little doggy style tonight. Whoop, whoop. Okay. Enough of that. DBA Barber. You can look up the scent notes. It's like a laundry list or a grocery list of scent notes. I mean, everything but the kitchen sink is in there. Is it on the back? Oh, it's probably on the back, but that's faded or got wet or something. You can't really read it. It smells good though. I like their scents. I've got all four. Nivea Max Hydration, of course. Aftershave balm. Not much. For the base. Excess on the arms, the elbows. Alright guys, appreciate you being here. Excuse me again. If you collect razors and you want something a little different, pick one of these up if you see one. Very good razor. Alright, I'm approaching 35 minutes. I didn't realize it was going that long. Alright guys, I appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. Have a good week. Rest of your week. Again, thank you for being here. So, enough of battling back on camera. You're in the chair next. Happy shaves out there, guys. Take care.